The story I'm about to tell you is not a true story. It's for entertainment purposes only. My name is Alexander, and I'm 15 years old. So, my parents bought me this upgraded computer. It was a MacBook. They bought me it so I could do some schoolwork on it, but sometimes I did some adult things on it too. A MacBook had this new feature where you could delete all the files that police can't even bring up. And I'm happy that I had that. So one day I was on the MacBook and I found this website called deepweb.com. I didn't know what it was. And that's when I realized that I remember my friend telling me about the deep web and how you could see really horrifying stuff on there. So I didn't decide to go on it. I went to bed that night, but I woke up around like 12 o'clock in the morning. And I thought that there was someone under my bed. I felt like a child when I said that in my head. I got out of my bed and looked under there with my flashlight off my phone. Surprisingly, there was nothing in there. I was like, you know what, maybe it's just paranoia from the deep web that I found. But then I went back to sleep. Maybe like an hour later, I woke up to the sound of tapping on my window. The type of tapping was like this. When I woke up, my eyes were lit up. I opened the window to find nothing. The next day, my eyes were red because I stayed up all night. I told my parents about the knocking. They said probably it was just like rain or something, but I never remembered seeing rain. But then I remembered, could this have something to do with that deep web website I found? That day, when I came home from school, I had to do some homework. But all of a sudden, I found a file that said deep web, and I never remembered putting a file. I clicked on the file, and it took me to this dark page. Then all of a sudden, it brought links of different type of videos. I clicked on a random one, and it was this guy. A guy with the creepiest smile I've ever seen. He was just standing right in front of the camera in a dark room with a flashlight on his face. He said, "Hello, what's your name?" But it wasn't in that voice. It was more like this. "Hello, what's your name?" When that came out of his mouth, I screamed so loud that my parents ran into the room. Right after I screamed, when they came into the room, they looked on my computer to find just a black screen. And then when they moved the screen around and went to the home page, there was nothing there. They tried checking all my files, but there was still nothing there. And then I realized he hacked into my computer. That guy hacked into my computer and deleted the file. So I was happy that that MacBook made that type of new. It went like that. Every time when I would click on something after that, like when I was going on YouTube, it would repeat the same things over and over and over again. One day when I was on my MacBook Pro listening to the same exact thing over and over again, a link just popped up on the screen. Just a random link. I thought it may be a link to another YouTube video. So when I clicked on it, it brought me back to a black screen. And then the black screen popped up in pure darkness. And then finally a flashlight popped up. It was the same guy as the other day. And he said, "I'm in front of your house." My heart dropped right when he said that. When I ran in front of my house, I saw a guy standing right there. And right when I saw that, I ran back into my house, locked the doors, and I grabbed a knife for protection. There was a knock at the door. I looked through the people to see the same exact guy with the flashlight on his face, smiling. I told him to go away, but since I said that, he did something that was extremely horrifying. He grabbed something from his pocket, which was a knife, and he stabbed himself straight in the mouth and cut from there all the way up to his forehead. And right when he did that, he fell on the floor. I called my dad to come out, and he went outside and saw the guy. He called the cops, and the cops came with an ambulance. They took the guy to the hospital, but he was dead. I told the cops everything that happened, and then when they went onto the files, there was a file, because I remembered that since he died, he couldn't delete the file. So that was proof that the Deep Web Stalker was doing